Let's at least get this rear end finished up to the point that we can get it off the jack stands. I'm Johnny Mac, and this is my garage, where we never get anything right on the first try. Join me as we work on super cool projects around the garage. Go to car shows and cruise-ins where we'll showcase classic cars and trucks, hot rods, rat rods, and mini trucks. Along the way, we plan to turn this 88 S10 into a show-worthy lowrider. We never know what's going to happen, but one thing's guaranteed. Sometimes you got to tear it all down and start over. And that's what makes this the Wrong Way Garage. Now, I've never hidden the fact that I'm not a professional. Not a professional welder, mechanic, bartender, nothing. And I've got my reservations about this. But I've been known to second guess myself. All right, let's get this out of the way so that you can see what we're doing. I'll be honest with you. Normally I've got music going. I can't do music when I'm filming for YouTube. You get to hear every single grunt and heavy breath that I take simply because there's no music going. So we're gonna measure center of the trailing arm where the bolt goes. Come on, work with me. Work with me. 40 inches even. The only reason I'm telling you that so I can look back at the video in case I forget. Hey, here's a novel concept. Let's write it down. Let's double check it. 39 3/4. Dummy. Well, that ain't gonna work because this ain't gonna come down. I don't know, maybe. Now, I'm never gonna get this tape measure to come around here. So I went to the house and I went through the wife's Christmas decorations and I got some ribbon. Why? Because I don't have a fabric measuring tape like you would use for upholstery. Let's get that out of the way. And of course I don't have a Sharpie. Come on. Wasn't planning on cutting that. All right, so now we find center. I guess we can do it on the back side. But we're still going to need a Sharpie of some sort. All right. That's the spot where this hole will, that's the spot where this hole should be relocated to. So we got to find a drill bit about that size, drill that out, then we can put our plate on after we drill out this, and then we can cut the excess off. Now I realize by cutting this spring, I'm going to stiffen the ride. On the other end of the spectrum, I expect the rear end of this truck to be slightly heavier than a Corvette would be in the rear. So I'm hoping that'll counteract the difference. I don't know. Worst case scenario, we're gonna have to modify the trailing arms, put some coilover springs on it, and just ditch this concept. The only fear that I have is that maybe the rear end may not hold the weight of the truck because it's got that upward force on the rear end. Talked to an engineer friend of mine as well as a couple of professional welders, and it's possible that it's going to be just fine. I'm second guessing myself. I do that. But then again, by virtue of second guessing myself, I tend to overdo things and build it stronger, and that's beneficial. So we'll see. Worst case scenario, we got to ditch the whole 9 yards and start over. In the real world, I don't expect the rear end to break, and therefore we may just have to redo the spring portion or the suspension portion of the rear end. So we'll see. According to this, my hole needs to be 1 3/16 inches. Again, I'm telling that to you, just in case I need to ask you later. Maybe this one will work. Oh, wait, don't do that yet. Right there. Yeah. Let's grab a pair of safety glasses so that Joe don't scold me. It'd help if all my crap wasn't in the way. That don't drill as easy as it looks, Bubba. This is a fiber reinforced plastic spring. And honestly, I feel like I need a mask more than I need a safety glasses. This product is known by the state of California to produce pregnancy or something. This needs to go on the bottom. That's the bottom. Ooh, that's a decent fit. Well, let's see how far off that is. Not quite. That'll get edited out. This needs to be cleaned up some more too. And it also helps to put it on the right way, not backwards. Why is it fit one but not the other? Because it's wore out, that's why. Needs to be replaced. Let's see if that'll work. Yeah, it's close. Yeah, that'll work. Ow. Yeah, here's one end. Just got to cut it off. Do that again. Great. I think I'm pregnant now. We're going to wait to cut these corners. Let's not set that down right there. Let's put it there where we can trip on it. I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see, if any, but we'll make an effort. We'll see what happens. More importantly, I honestly don't know exactly how this goes together. I was going to say let's put the short one on first, but I don't see the short one. Word to the wise, and you'll notice I did not say word from the wise. However, word from the now more educated. If you're going to put it back together, make sure you take it apart. As I believe Joe took this apart, and I was not there. Well, I was there. I just wasn't a part of the taking it apart process. Come on! There's the little bolt. So if that goes there, and that goes there. All right. Now we got that started. Irritates me that you can hear every little breath I take on that camera due to the fact there's no freaking music. I'd love to have some music. If nothing else, just so that you don't hear my heavy breathing and grunting. Oops. Get your butt back in there. Of course, now this is just temporary. When it's all said and done, we'll actually grab the Corvette book and look up and see what the torque specifications are actually supposed to be. For now, we're just making sure that this is going to fit and work, because as we all know, I screwed up earlier and did not mock something up, and now we got to redo all that. And of course, I'm talking about the paint. Not that it mattered. We would have had to ruin it anyway to do the modification on the rear end for the third time. Oh yeah, that spring's got to get cut off some more. But let's try to bolt the springs to the trailing arm and see where we're at. I had to get the book, look it up, because this did not look accurate. But it turns out it was. On there. There you go. Well, let's see. There it is. Alright. So I guess we're going to have to take a floor jack, lift this spring to get these bolts on it. Can you even see what I'm doing here? Oh, easy, careful. You're going to have to shorten that spring just a grunt regardless to clear the tire, or at least cut the edges, round the edges off like it was originally when we first started modifying it. So apparently, let's go get our castle nut. We'll hold off on putting the cotter pin on it. Cotter pin, not a Carter pin, apparently. Now theoretically, in order to raise or lower this vehicle and keep the half shafts horizontal, after this is done, what we should have to do is lengthen or shorten the bolts that go between the spring and the trailing arms. One side. In. Uh-oh. Well, I guess that ain't gonna work either. Back to square one. Damn it. Hey dummy, tighten your jack. That should be good enough to get this snubber on it, along with washer. What's up with that? That's pretty simple actually. It's all jacked up because it's crooked at the moment. Look, Ma, no jack stands. Yay. It is sitting nowhere near where I want it to sit. But by God, there's not a jack stand under it at the moment. Hey, gimbal, pay attention. There it is. Yeah, buddy. Shoot, yeah! Alright, granted, everything is just temporarily bolted into place. The springs need to be trimmed up and make them less close to the tires. Nothing's really tightened up other than the fact that the drivetrain is put together. But let's see how it operates. Got me a floor jack so I don't bust my butt. Yeah, baby, that's mini trucking quality right there. Mini trucking at its finest. Mount us some shocks and throw a few 100 pounds of subwoofers in there, we'll be good to go. Yeah.